Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another Watchalong. Real Oviedo versus Barcelona after that great victory against Getafe this past weekend. Barcelona will be playing midweek against Real Oviedo in LaLiga. Game has started, and we'll be bringing the audio so you guys can hear it. But one thing that I do want to share with you guys is the lineup.
Biggest danger for flicking his players is any kind of
move that there so you guys can see the lineup. But Joan, García, Gerard, Martín, Cubarsí, Araújo, and García in that back line. In the midfield, Casadó and Pedri. And up top, you have Rashford, Olmo, Raphinha, and Ferran Torres. Let's get the 3 points, boys.
Left wing position. Olmo will play fairly close, I'd imagine, to Ferran Torres when Barcelona have the ball. Not going to play out from the back, Oviedo.
I was going to say, this may give you an indication as to how they coach Pavlovic is going to approach the game. There's no playing it inside the 18-yard box, putting the pressure in the faces of Barcelona.
All right. And this is the first time Barcelona they're going to be using their away kit. I wanted to buy the away kit, but it was sold out.
So they certainly didn't intend to sit back, condense, absorb the Barcelona attacks. They were looking for emotion and courage. Those are his watchwords.
When they're out of possession, it is going to be a 4-4-2 with Casadó up alongside Rondon.
That's a foul. That is a foul.
This time by Eric Bay.
Eric Bay may be a little bit rusty. He hasn't played a minute this season.
Ex-Man United.
Barcelona.
Ex-Man United playing for Real Oviedo. Crazy. What's his story? 31 years of age. Played for Man United for so many years. Then went to Marseille on loan. Then came back to Man United. Then went to Besiktas. Was there for about like 6 months at Real. Now he's at Real Oviedo.
For that man, he's without
interesting.
One of his summer signing to his band. Vidal, Costas, Aria, some of the recruits they made in the summer.
All right. Danny, ooh, good shot, Danny.
Shot rather dangerous as well from Dani Olmo, who is one
cheeky
who really
shot.
Is fighting for his place in the starting 11.
You just see here, Raheem's not sure whether to close him down because he's got Raphinha outside of him. So it just allows Dani Olmo.
Good shot, good shot.
Away. Always going over the top of the crossbar. That wonderful assist, didn't he, for Barcelona's first goal?
Right. What's up, Dorian? How are you, man? How's your day so far?
Goal in the 3-0 victory against Getafe in round 5 of La Liga. This is Ilias. You do have players with plenty of miles on the clock in the Oviedo team. Rondon leads the line, the Venezuelan international.
Lots of experienced players in this
12 club.
This Oviedo team. Santi Cazorla, Rondon, Eric. So many experienced heads on that team.
Plenty of experience in Belgium and in England as well.
Interesting that on the right-hand side for Oviedo, Hassan is giving plenty of width. That switch of plays.
Nice, Araújo.
Barcelona.
Corner.
Araújo.
Unlucky. No. Is the away kit still sold out?
A notch or two. It's a great stadium. There's proper footballing auditorium. Supporters right on top of the players.
It's still sold out.
Eric Bay is good in the air. So to Rondon. Carmo as well, one of the centre-backs.
Oh, wait.
Job is to get in the space of the goalkeeper, Juan García. Casadó curls it in.
Oh, nice.
But once Barcelona don't come out in numbers, they're having to defend deep here.
There we go, Ferran. Good work.
And that will be another corner.
That was Hassan trying to go past his man. And then Torres back there defending. Good block as well. He's got a bit of pace.
Great job from Ferran defending.
Left-footed player playing out on the right-hand side.
He's right under the crossbar now as Casadó will be taking all of the set pieces. A lot of jostling for space into the near post. This is great early pressure from Oviedo. Really rocking Barcelona.
All right, Barca under early pressure right here.
Looking for Dendonka making a late run from the edge of the box. García saw it.
Hassan creates the distraction. García can't get there. Rondon was climbing high. Como coming up from the back. Well, that is their strength. They have some tall, athletic players in the team. Oviedo be very well drilled as well by Paunovic, the coach.
Just can't get above it. Not sure what the goalkeeper was doing. García. It's a big chance.
I'm doing great, man. Also, every time I watch your videos, when you do your intros, teams translate it as cool instead of Cule. I just thought, I know. It's annoying. They say it as like the Kool-Aid man.
Ilias. Raheem on the outside.
Another corner for Real Oviedo.
Succession of corners for Oviedo.
This is like the third, fourth corner right now.
Good early tempo from the home team.
3 corners so far. This is only the 4th. Yeah.
From this man here.
Santi Cazorla.
Great
Great to see Santi playing football as well. You know, going through many rough injuries.
Set piece after set piece from Santi Cazorla. It's a great delivery again. García is happy to just hang on to the ball. A lot of witnesses behind the goal felt that maybe that should have been yet another corner.
Another corner, no shot.
They're going to put pressure on Barcelona here. Not going to sit back. There it is. They haven't actually won the ball back, but they've stopped Barcelona playing.
The last time they played here in 2001, Barcelona won. Patrick Kluivert's got a couple.
Good switch, Casadó. Rashford, what can you do? Take on your man, take on your man. Nice. Good shot. Ferran. Rashford, take a shot. Ooh, great work. Great work.
Just throwing bodies in the way of Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, good switch of play. Casadó. Put it out wide. They tried to create a 2v1 in that
40-year-old Santi Cazorla. Wow.
Nice little 1-2.
What's up, Thomas? Good to see you. Good evening from Norway. Welcome, welcome.
In the English Premier League at Manchester United. That's Raphinha's view to Olmo.
Raphinha putting the cross. No.
Raphinha to Pedri. Looking for Ferran. Bailey with an important header. Cazorla. Oviedo clear their lines. There's Casadó taking the throw, bringing some energy to the midfield. Frankie de Jong, one of those rested from the start tonight.
Let me see. Frankie rested after some good performances.
Every single LaLiga game, there is no space for any let-up in these opening months of the season. Pedri. Rashford. Pedri. Araújo.
Right. Fine, Danny, no?
The names may have changed in the Barcelona team from the last game, but the style and the positioning is still the same. Casadó. Raphinha.
Nice, Raphinha.
Getting on the outside, just enough
Rashford.
to get the cross
Ooh.
in. Well, superb chance.
Oh,
Marcus Rashford.
great chance. Great shot. Marcus Rashford, great start.
Big let off for Oviedo. Here goes Rashford again. Up against Lucas. Pedri.
Ah,
Given away by Dani Olmo. Breathing space maybe for Oviedo. Cubarsí.
great shot from Marcus Rashford right there.
Joan
Rashford on fire. He scores 2 goals and Barca win 3-0. Marcus Rashford has had a great start to this game so far. He had that nice little run, that interchange of passing between him and Ferran. Was able to have a shot. Right here, pass from Raphinha into Marcus Rashford.
Hit the target with power.
And he hits the target with power. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take advantage of it, but great start, great start.
García. Raphinha.
Look at that right here.
García, good
Danny?
early ball. Olmo.
Unlucky.
Good communication between Aaron and
Right
his
here.
new look defense ahead of him.
If it was maybe a little bit angled, it could have happened. What's up, Benji? Yeah, Gavi is done out here. They rushed him back.
Was a great save, wasn't it?
Had to move from the near post into the middle of the
Yeah,
goal.
the Gavi injury, it sucks. It absolutely sucks. Him being out for 4 to 5 months is ridiculous. People were originally saying, you know, oh, it's only going to be a couple weeks. He's going to be back after the international break. Then people are saying, oh, he's still not, you know, feeling good. He's going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks, you know.
Martín.
But for him to be out
Rashford.
for basically half the season, that's a massive blow.
Eric Bailey to mop up.
Danny, almost man. That's his new nickname. Azul Basa. We play well now after the international. Yeah. Barca, they've been playing really well after the international break. Barca getting into rhythm. The performances at the start of the season weren't necessarily there, but at the same time, you know, I'm not going to be critical of those performances. Usually, ACL takes 2 years to fully heal.
Martín is now 23, made his debut on the opening day of last season. Did get a run in the side in the last couple of months.
Well, what player is going to be out for 2 years? You know, I don't think even those who have ACL injuries are going to be out for that long.
Cubarsí. Araújo. García. Raphinha. To García. Raphinha continues the dart behind the defense, but good recovery from Ilias.
The pass was a little bit late.
Ilias just takes a lump.
Foul right there.
The Achilles there.
Kevin Durant took 2. Well, that's basketball, you know.
Back and aiding Raheem, the fullback. The hindrance in the end.
Yeah, Raphinha did well. He stepped across the ball just as Ilias thought he could win it. It's a cheap free kick to give away, really.
But I understand it.
By Raphinha.
Instructions from the skipper to Raphinha, telling him where he would like the ball to be delivered.
Lovely space to hit there. Nobody really in that near post zone for Oviedo.
Two lurking offside. They'll check themselves onside. Casadó takes a deflection, takes the sting off it, and Aaron is happy to hang on to it, then to transfer the ball forward as quickly as possible, looking for the speedy Hassan.
Oh, look at the way Pedri just recovers.
The stadium that holds a capacity 30,500. So considerably more than Barcelona have been performing in front of in the last 2 games when they've had less.
Now Gavi's career is done. Man's going to be gone in 2 to 3. You think so, NJ?
Sadly, the Camp Nou again hasn't been granted a safety perk.
I think the opposite. I think that, you know, him undergoing that surgery, you know, is going to do him, hopefully resolve all the issues.
Rondon backing into Araújo. This is Casadó.
Nice.
Well,
look at the defenses. They've been solid so far.
Skill steps on it. Bailey's seen that in training many times, and barely the Ivory Coast international clears the ball.
Casadó couldn't win the knockdown. Just playing in that role. He's dropped a bit
Casadó.
deeper than Rondon. He's just won the ball back.
Raheem to Carmo.
Oh, no one's marking him.
Barcelona's offside trap doesn't work. Well, it didn't appear to work. It was a little bit disjointed by their standards.
Look how close he is to the halfway line. He's just a fraction offside, but
Yeah, he's still offside though.
so close.
ACL injury, especially with him, usually takes 2 years of full healing, man. I'm not saying he's going to retire. No, what I'm saying is like, he's still what, 22? By the time he gets back to, let's say, even 2 years, he's 24.
Martín. Rashford.
He has so much left in his career.
Pedri. Neat feet from Pedri.
Great ball.
Adventurous pass. Eric Bailey's having a blinder on his full debut for Oviedo. Cubarsí.
Great work, Cubarsí.
The team tonight, he went off against Newcastle United halfway through the game with a knee injury. Was rested at the weekend against Getafe. Aaron. Safe and sound.
You're always looking to break that offside line. Ferran Torres certainly has done well over the last year or so, the end of last season, the beginning of this.
4 goals for Ferran Torres in his 5 league starts this season. Rashford goes through the defense.
I'm excited for this weekend's game. Atletico Madrid versus Real. The Madrid derby.
Donker getting it wide to Hassan. Lucas overlapping. It's a great run by Lucas. They have 3 in the centre. Taking charge of things is Eric García.
The pass was
offside.
Just a little bit late to Lucas as he made his forward run. Assistant gave him offside here. It's the mean tight, but it's the right decision again.
He was miles off.
Closer,
is Christensen better than Cubarsí, or maybe at the same level? I still believe that Cubarsí is our best defender. He's still, I would say, our best defender. Christensen is fantastic, but for an 18-year-old to be so good, I think that just speaks to his quality. I could say that could be the partnership between the Barca center backs. García on the right and Christensen out on the left. But Hansi Flick, I believe he's only tried that once, or actually he hasn't really played that combination much.
Not under pressure there. There's a deep discussion between the 2 central defenders and Aaron. I know
the age thing does not play a factor of how a player heals. Sure, he's young, but there are plenty of youngsters who've had a career ending because of a major injury. The age thing is a myth. No, that's true. There's many players whose injuries have ruined their careers.
Well, what you did say was scandalous about goalkeepers, but we won't go there. Casey Keller and Shaka his.
But at the same time, there's no guarantee that injury does ruin his career. Or a career ending, so to say.
This is Rondon. Suggestion of handball, but
Dia de Partido. Nice to see Santi still going strong after all these years. Yeah, 40 years of age. And playing in the top flight of LaLiga. That's impressive. I remember that story of
been a great approach so far from
people telling him that he'd be lucky if he even walk again.
Pedri is blocked by Dendoncker. Hassan. Barcelona defending from the halfway line. Sweeping and keeping is Joan García.
He judged that well, the goalkeeper. The big diagonal was on. They were trying to hold the offside line just inside their own half.
Good work.
Casadó.
Good thing is about Gavi is that he doesn't really complain with his role. He should be fine. His mentality is super strong. You saw his message on Instagram. His spirits are high. I absolutely, you know, when you heard the news, that must have, you know, like absolutely sank his stomach. But
not finding Marcus Rashford. Rondon. Industrial, I think, is the best way to describe that from Martín.
What a layoff by Pedri.
Casadó.
Also, boys, can we talk about you know those rankings in the Ballon d'Or? Pedri 11th? Ridiculous. You're telling me that there's 10 players who've had a better season than Pedri? No chance.
You know he wants it on his favoured left foot if he can.
No chance.
Casadó. Martín. Bailey's header. Pedri. Barcelona increasing the pressure. Trying to shuffle Oviedo out of this tight defensive unit. Rashford sees the gap, takes the deflection, and another brilliant save from Aaron. Second time in the game he's kept out Rashford.
Marcus Rashford knocking on the door.
Ball switched out to Rashford.
Great shot.
An overlapping run. They don't close him down. As we saw against Newcastle, he can certainly strike a ball. Marcus Rashford is close to the goalkeeper. The save he should make.
You just can't give goalkeepers.
Another good shot from Rashford.
Well, it's an easy save.
I thought he may have taken a slight deflection off Lucas. Raphinha to the near post.
He's come back once from a long-term injury. He'll do it again. Kid's a warrior. Multiple knee injuries will affect him long-term. The moment I saw Elise at 30, I knew it. Yeah, I know. Elise should have been much higher up.
Craig Burley would think of goalkeepers as just an extra player rather than a proper player. Here's the save again, close to him, pushes it away from danger. It's a decent save. Decent save.
Dembele truly deserved it, to be fair, after all the BS and adversity. No, dude, Dembele is a fair winner, you know. Just like I would say, like a lot of, you know, the Barcelona players were as well. Lamine, Raphinha. I think if any of the those three won it, it was well deserving. Whether Dembele can follow up on that, I don't think so. I think that was just like a one and done. All the stars aligned, him being the most important player on PSG winning everything. I think the stars aligned. I'm fine with Dembele winning it. I still think his stats overinflated by playing in France, but it's well deserved. I don't think that he's the best player. Oh my God.
Clever reversal pass.
Oh.
In there, little flick from Rondon, and García
there we go.
has to be alert.
I don't think you can say that he's the best player in the world. I still don't think he is. I just think that he was the most important player in a team that won everything, so to say.
He actually missed it, I think.
In today's football, stats matter. They do. That's true. That's also true.
He's the player that gets the block in, but I think Rondon had already missed it. A good play from Oviedo.
Here's Pedri.
That's a sensational turn, just to switch the play from a tight position, Pedri.
Rashford to Pedri. Makes it look easy, flips it over the top towards Ferran Torres.
Not the best connection from
Excellent
Ferran.
intervention from Bailey.
Even when his first touch isn't particularly good, which Pedri's wasn't on that occasion.
Yeah, Rafa should have been higher than 5. Yeah, I agree.
Into the space for Ferran Torres.
Minimum top 3. I think the in any order. Dembele, Lamine, and Raphinha.
Spun to the near post.
But Raphinha to be 5th? I'm sorry, no.
He's looking fit and fresh. It'd be fair to say that.
I just wish it worked out in Barca because he showed his true ability and what he can do when healthy and focused. He got that offer from PSG. Play for France, your home country. Bet much more money being offered.
As a foul on Santi Cazorla. You don't touch the local hero around here and get away with it.
Yeah, I saw him in his pomp a lot when he was playing for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Play as a central midfield player, often played out in one of the wide areas. He was magnificent for many a season before his injury.
Well, the games are coming thick and fast. This, of course, round 6,
Look at that.
round 7 at the weekend.
That's the issue. People calling it a redemption arc or dumb though. All that happened to him was from his own making. Dude was immature and never took the game seriously.
Eastern time on ESPN+.
He really matured as a professional under Xavi, you know, and then he was able to have continuity, have that professionalism about him. And now you're seeing it at PSG. At least you can say he won a trophy in the Bundesliga, LaLiga, Ligue 1. Not a lot of players can play multiple leagues and win every title. That is also true. Go to the biggest team and win the trophy, you know.
5 wins out of 6 tonight. Pedri.
Oh, that's still extremely hard to do.
Araújo. García.
30 minutes have flown by.
Olmo.
Collision off the ball there.
The referee stops play as it's a head injury. I think he saw what had gone on. Eric Garcia holding his jaw. Ooh.
Well, he just stood his ground, didn't he, Ilias? He didn't lift his arm. And Garcia ran into him. It was a block from Ilias.
So just like a collision or something?
Bumping into an old friend. Ilias and Eric Garcia were at Girona together for a season.
Because he got humbled after marrying. His wife was the best thing that could have happened to his career. Every La Liga team spreads their cheek from Madrid and then they play us in the life for death. Madrid have been playing really well in these opening couple of La Liga match days.
Got to say he's improved a lot this season.
He resurrected his career at Gerard after it all gone horribly wrong. Initially under Ronald Koeman and then under Xavi at Barcelona.
How that's a foul?
Fancy Flick regards him as a starter week in, week out. He can cover so many positions tonight alongside that man Cubarsí in defence on the right. Has been centre back and has actually played as the pivotal ball-winning midfield player at times as well.
That's not a foul. To be fair, what happened to Dembele, let's be real, it happened to us in real life at some point. We weren't sure. No, we understand that.
They look pleading with the referee's assistant who points his
1000%.
to the corner.
He certainly willing to go down the outside of Gerard Martín. It's whether he can chop it back onto his left foot and get a cross in, get a shot away. But this is where they've looked threatening from set plays.
Another Real Oviedo corner.
Naturally, two-footed player Santi Cazorla. Spin with the left. Garcia.
Nice, Joan.
Can I say it? A very good take by the keeper.
Very good take. That's exactly what the defenders want.
Nice. Olmo. What can you find? What can you find?
Rashford.
No space available right there. What a pass.
Casadó. García.
Ferran, finish that. Oh.
And Ferran Torres is
Great effort. Great effort.
Blank distance by Bailey. An eye-watering block from the former Ivory Coast international.
Great shot right there.
It back. Probably not for Ferran Torres, but Ferran Torres hits it. Actually comes off his midriff.
Well, it came off his rib cage, didn't it?
Good block though from Eric Bay. As you said, he started the game really well here, first 30 minutes. He's an experienced player, always been aggressive, good athlete. There's always been question marks about his positional play, his tactical understanding, but in terms of defending for his life, he's a good defender.
This is Raphinha. Just clips the heel of Raheem. Barça corner.
All right. This is the type of game that can help the rotational players build the reps and momentum. Fair play for Flick on trusting on them. And it's not even that as well, but it's also just a matter of resting these players. We've been playing every 3 days for the past, 2 weeks?
Rashford.
The season's already starting to pile up.
Raphinha. Desperate to have a shot on goal. Goalkeeper didn't get to it this time. And he does just about and headed off the line. They're hanging on in there by the fingernails of the goalkeeper.
The Real Oviedo goalkeeper had 2 massive saves. Raphinha hits the post and Araújo. Oh, that's so unlucky.
But he gets up and does really well to save the second one. Again, it's straight at him. He should save it. It's a strange sort of save. A nervy one. Araújo, the player with the second shot.
Flurry of first half.
Barcelona creating danger.
Goalkeeper putting in a superb performance. It's not just tonight. Aaron has made more saves this season than any other goalkeeper in the top European competitions. And I think the promise of more to come.
Good work, Pedri.
Oviedo calls Barcelona 1 or 2 problems, not just from set plays, but general play. There's the ball over the top.
Something for Rondon to chase. And this is part of
oh my God! Look at where. Oh my God! No.
Nobody in there.
No, Joan. No.
He takes a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a free.
Mistake right there from Joan. All good.
What a story for Oviedo. Back in the big time. Back with a bang.
All good, all good. Man.
What was he doing? The goalkeeper. He sees the first ball over the top, and it's a hook round the corner from the throw-in from Reina.
All good.
Just playing it into the space.
It is his first big mistake.
The reads the first one, but he's got to deal with it. And this is what I talk about over and over again. Goalkeepers make bad decisions. First of all, he tries to thigh it away, then he tries to play
bad pass to Casadó
on the touchline, and now there's nobody back at home, and it's a lovely finish. Of course it is. That's
Joan García does well to recover the ball, but he misses the pass.
And then he gives it away. An absolute shocker for the goalkeeper, and an absolute shocker for Barcelona. When will they?
No, it's not Casadó's fault. No. I'm not blaming Joan. It was a mistake. It's as simple as that. You know. Fair enough with Joan, despite making a mistake, he had the guts. Yeah. It happens. Move on. It happens. We move on.
Crazy walkabout. I alluded to Stuart's
no worries. No worries.
Earlier in the week about goalkeepers coming out. Even if you play sweeper keeper, Stuart, it's not get out of play. Even if you accept that as part of his armoury. I guess first of all he should have left it to Martín. When he didn't do that, just put it into the stands.
Well, sometimes if you realise the defender's going to get there first, you drop off and let him head it back to you. Or play it back, you give an angle off at the back. But also, you've got to judge the bounce of the ball and the flight of the ball. Once you're kneeing a ball or thigh a ball away, then you haven't read the bounce of the ball. It's uncontrolled, and then he was scrambling to get the next pass away. He got that wrong.
All right.
Never quite.
That's what you love to see, even if it's a massive mistake. No, it was a great goal. Hit it first time, able to, you know, get it on target as well.
Now Barcelona have to be ready. Every throw-in now is a square throw-in, and one of the midfield players is going to hook it into the space. The two centre-backs can't be playing offside there. They've got to drop at the right time.
That's what you love to see. Yeah. Imagine Neuer, he would have probably drilled a few and given an assist.
Raphinha. Casadó waiting to make the right pass. Raphinha had cruised offside. This is Pedri. Cubarsí. Rashford. Pedri now taking on the extra responsibility. Gives it to Casadó. He's nudged off the ball. Rondon a little over-eager.
And there's no feeling to be frustrated so far with the team. We've created multiple opportunities. We've been close to getting scored on. Other than maybe like 1 or 2 chances from Oviedo, they haven't really created much either. We've given them, you know, a golden opportunity. But have to make sure we stay calm, cool, and collected, and continue with the game. What's hurtful is that La Fuente is gonna use that and not include him. I mean, perfect. I don't mind. Him and Flick already beefing. Yeah, that is true. The less Barcelona players are with their respective national teams, the better. Less minutes having to be played.
Rashford, poor cross. Pedri. Olmo. Close control from Raphinha.
Good try.
Olmo. Pedri. García.
Look at how Oviedo's defending right there. I'm good with him not being included. It means more. Exactly. If it was up to me, I wouldn't send a single Barcelona player to their national teams if I could. You know? I have no interest in them playing for the national teams, you know? At some point, he will call Joan García. He's just next up after Unai Simon. So a couple years. I expect, you know, a similar situation will happen with Ter Stegen and Manuel.
Almost a little back flick, Garcia back in. So far, Oviedo have answered everything that's been thrown at them, especially this man add-on.
All right. How can you guys hype up and say, look how Barca carrying Spain when they get called up, you get annoyed? No. Both things can be true at the same time. Barcelona, they're carrying Spain. Their best players are Spanish, but I do not want Barcelona to be there. You know? Olmo, that was great. Olmo, what is that? You just ruined the counterattack. Need that massive Raphinha statement game? Let the world know you're mad at being snubbed at the Ballon d'Or.
Here's the strike that hit the post. Goes in between a couple of players. The goalkeeper can't quite get there. And here's the moment where the goalkeeper makes the wrong decision. That touch was okay. That one wasn't. And that's the end result. Still had a lot of work to do, the Reina, but he did it brilliantly.
Well, a goal he's never going to forget. His first in top-flight football, I bet Reina.
No, it happens.
From Mirandez, who also made the playoffs last year.
It happens. Every single keeper has had that, you know, that memory.
Little club off the Moroccan coast called Hueta.
It should be a very good and interesting half-time. Look back at the game. Craig Burley dance almost in the studio. Always entertaining.
Oh, But they're part of the
With
trident when it
García.
comes to the national team call-up. I know, I
Might get a little
understand this
bit
is
from
part of it.
Silo as the team are winning.
In what
Oviedo.
world is an 18-year-old
Made
taking
up.
painkillers to play a
An awful lot
pointless
from
game the
Silo
right
at
and sensible
half-time if he's
call?
got any voice left. And his comments are
I know
broadcast.
sense of the world.
Reminder
You
of the
literally
Abbey
have
Barcelona
a
in
whole
action
nation
again
of
on
footballers to
Sunday.
choose from.
Seems away off
It's not
this
like you have Barcelona where you're limited to,
week.
you know,
Montjuic
20, 26
hosting
players.
Real
No, you
Sociedad,
literally have a
12
whole
o'clock
nation
Eastern time on
of players you can
ESPN+.
call up.
Raphinha. Martín. Little 1-2. Martín. Excellent from Pedri. Almost willing them to foul him. Does a little pirouette. Bumps into Casadó. Falls for Olmo. Oviedo making good clean tackles, getting bodies in the way. Unrelenting this from Barcelona. García.
You have a point. That's the price when you're so good. They will call you up even if it's a pointless game. Yeah.
Rashford.
When you're that good, you're gonna be called to be involved. Straight to the
Teasing
goalkeeper.
ball in, but he'll take those all night. Out on Escandel.
First is I don't understand why we're having international breaks every single month.
It's a very decent delivery. Araújo comes across to García.
The season just started and we're already, you know, seeing players go to their national teams. I'd love to see each one of our players at the national team playing at the World Cup or Euros, but goddamn, at least look for the well-being first. And the amount of international breaks, yeah, it's ridiculous the amount of football that these guys play.
In this city.
If you're gonna have your footballers play so many games, increase the amount of players that can be in the squad. You know, or maybe increase the substitutions by like 1 or something.
Casadó.
He never looked as though he was going to trouble the goalkeeper. Oviedo with that strike. Casadó. I think he just shot because he couldn't see another pass on. This is the player that's had a bit of room to get forward. Eric García on this near side. Ilias is going narrow at times.
Olmo. Had a great start to the game, Danny Olmo. The first opportunity.
Yeah.
But has drifted out, hasn't been fully utilised by Barça.
And it's difficult for him to find space because it's so crowded and congested now that Cazorla has gone back into midfield. The defence is squeezing up to a certain degree. He's finding it difficult when the ball comes to him. There's a lot of players around him. It's in space at the moment.
Olmo and Ferran completely lost on the game. Olmo has disappeared a little bit. Ferran, he had that shot, but other than that, not really involved. It's normally September, November, February, April. That's how it used to be. Make the squad of 32. Play a flat 4-5-1 when Barça at least play. I wonder what substitutions Hansi Flick is going to make in the game.
The ever available Pedri. Lay off to García.
Robert Lewandowski coming on.
2 minutes to crack the code in the first half of Barcelona.
He's definitely going to be a player who will be involved, I would say.
Mid Oviedo half.
That's where Dani Olmo's got to do a bit better. Ball played into him. He's usually clever with these little balls around the corner or rolling defenders. That time he had it taken off him by Carmel. He's had a good game as well, alongside Eric Bay.
Good try, man. Madrid needs to step it up also. How the fuck did Madrid only have 3 Spanish players on the national team that come to mind immediately? One of which won't be called up. Yeah, they don't really have great Spanish recognition in that national team. Other than Carvajal and Hoyson, not really that much Madrid representation in that team. You have your Dani Ceballos, your Asensios, Fran García, Carreras, but you know they're players who are not really being called up.
García. Raphinha. Little layoff with Ferran Torres, but the one area that does need to be improved is the attacking line. That's an exquisite bit of control.
There we go. No foul.
Dani Olmo. Pedri. Martín. Mass whistles from the home supporters. They've got a
minute left
to hang on in there in the first half. Raphinha. Casadó. They have been sensationally organised defensively.
Brilliant from Raheem.
Well, I mean, during these past like 10 minutes since Barcelona conceded, yeah. All you have to do is just sit back.
But they nudged him out the play.
Pedri to García.
Through no credit of their own.
Almost there. Another off-the-ball collision, it appears. Referee didn't see anything, despite Dendonker's protests.
Well, it is a shove by Ferran Torres, but he was being held, you have to say, by Eric Bailly to start with. Eric Bailly trying to make the most of it. Don't think we'll see anything given here.
Nothing there.
6-1, half dozen the other.
Well, it means that time will be added to the added time.
All right.
The referee will allow this piece to develop. Raphinha with a long throw. Don't see that from Barcelona very often.
Halftime.
Well, a huge roar around the Carlos Tartiere. This could be a famous evening at the comeback club. A sensational goal from Reina after a dreadful goalkeeping mistake.
All right.
From Joan García. It's the difference between the...
All right, that happens. That happens. Which emphasizes our point. The Spanish national team is nothing without Barcelona's talent. This low block is a new low. Getafe got to step up their game to this. I know. This is an actual low block. This is actually just haram football at its finest. Ooh, oh, man. Look at how they're defending. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 players almost within touching distance of their 18-yard box. Sack Olmo tonight. Oh, that's funny. Now with Xabi Alonso is slowly introducing La Fábrica. He's going to help the national team. Let's see. No one to bring on from the bench. Let's go. Which options do Barcelona even have? Robert Lewandowski for sure. He's going to be coming on. Frankie de Jong is going to be coming on. Dani Olmo isn't having the best of games, but who knows what he can do. Man, I want to see Marc Bernal, but I think with this result, I don't think he's going to be involved. I do not think he's going to be involved. They need more creativity if Frankie sub is needed. Lack of options on the bench. Too many inexperienced players. Frankie's definitely coming on. We just need to break down this defense. The rotation of Frankie was used as as a means to rest him. As Frankie de Jong, especially after that injury, we kept him out for a couple days. For sure needed that. Then he went from Dani Olmo to Dani Raphinha. Jerome, maybe, if Flick has some trust in him. Maybe. I don't know if he's going to be involved. Let's see. Also, the absence of Balde is huge. Tony Fernandez, Draw, Ruin Bardaji. No Lamine, no Gavi, no Balde. No way that those are the stats. Oh my, look at these stats. Almost 80% possession. 4 shots, only 1 on target. And their 1 chance they scored. That's crazy. They have scored 2 goals this whole season. We have Santi Cazorla moving like his prime days in us. I don't know if you do that to him though. Risky ass. I know. They say the time till they be a youngster. Lots of opinions right here. But we created chances though. That's why I'm not too worried about the results so far. Marcus Rashford having this chance in the opening 10 minutes. Oviedo having this chance in the 24th. Eric Garcia puts in that block. Ferran, another chance right here, very similar to that, but block. I would say this is Barcelona's most dangerous chance as of right now. He hits the post. That's followed up by an Araújo shot. Those 2 shots, Barcelona's most dangerous chances of the game. And of course comes the Joan García mistake. Unfortunate. It happens. We've seen it happen before. Just pick your head up and move on. So something to think about is Joan Garcia is still very young. You know, this is his first season playing for a big team. He's gonna make mistakes at times, and that was his first big one. It happens. We move on. Lamine Yamal is definitely missed. We just gotta hope we can grind it out and score some goals. Lamine Yamal is a miss. You see it in the creativity, but I still think we have the talent to go through. Joan Garcia was very unprofessional with that nonsense. It was a bad pass. Yeah. To be honest, we weren't really playing that bad. It just sucks we had to concede that way. Exactly. We're not playing bad. We're not. It's just that one mistake from Joan Garcia that just turned the game over. I don't think it's much to be worried about as of right now. Joan Garcia gave the assist to Villas. Yeah, he did. We can't rely on one player. That's true. And I don't think it's there's a reliance on him. I think of course you notice his absence because you know he's so good. He's one of the best players in the world, if not the best. And when a player of that quality is on the team, he's obviously going to be missed. But to say that Barcelona rely on him, I think that's an exaggeration. I don't think Barcelona rely on him. But what I don't want to see happen is people just bash Joan Garcia for that mistake. Joan Garcia so far has been a lifesaver for Barcelona. And just because of that mistake, I don't want people to just overly criticize him. I'm pretty sure Joan Garcia has beaten himself up as well. Let's not start an agenda against him. He made a mistake, and I'm sure he's aware of it. Great goalkeeper who saved us many times this season already, and will continue to do so for a long time for Barca. 100% agree. His mistake was not putting the ball in row Z. Don't have a problem being aggressive. With our high line, he has to be proactive. Just needs more composure and better decision making. He'll learn from this. First mistake all year after saving us the entire season. Now it's time for the boys to save him. Shit happens. We move on. Number 14 and 7 need to bail him out now. No thoughts. Part of the job is super keeper. You'll learn from this. Plus, he did well, and then the pass was a little overhit. Let's back him instead of destroying the boy. Nothing wrong with it. The final pass was a problem. Exactly. You know, I don't want mistakes to be going on him. Joan García should have just cleared the ball and not made a bad pass. I agree. You know, but he'll learn from it. You know, he did everything well up until that pass. You know, I don't want him to have doubts coming off of his line because he did that well. He recovered the ball. You know, just what you have to do there is instead of trying to play out from the back, trying to be a little bit, I'll say, smart with it. Just boot it. Mistakes will happen if a player plays consistently. If a player consistently makes mistakes once in a while, it's okay. We would have lost against Rajo. We would have probably gone down in the scoreline against Newcastle, and that could have changed the match. There are multiple games so far throughout the season that if it wasn't for Joan, then we just don't get the result that we wanted. And so I'm not gonna bash him. It happens. Moving on. Guys, thoughts on the World Cup becoming a 64 team tournament? I think the idea of a 64 team World Cup is horrendous. It's awful. It's awful. The World Cup is the World Cup because of the prestige of one being able to play in that tournament, but also the difficulty of winning it. To even qualify for it is difficult. You by allowing 64 teams in the world, which most of these teams are not even going to be good. So some of these teams you're not even going to know that they even have teams. Be allowed to just advance it's nonsense. You reduce the meaning of the qualifiers. Trash teams are going to play in the World Cup. You're going to see inflated score lines. You're going to see worse matches as a result. Of course, you're going to see those teams that wouldn't even have qualified. Your I don't know, your Venezuela's, your what else? Your El Salvador's, your San Marino, your Indonesia's, your China, India, The pro is more opportunity for the smaller countries. Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's the World Cup, If you want to qualify, qualify. I'm sorry if I didn't. No, I know that's completely understandable. But you, as a neutral, I don't want to see, I don't know, a Venezuela versus a what's the team? A San Marino, for example. I don't want to see that. Your Argentine cuz balled out yesterday. He's on 130K per week. Wild scored tap and volley and a banger. Yeah, Julian is nasty. To be honest, I don't really care as long as I don't change the knockout stages. Well, instead of it being a round of 16, they're going to make a round of 32. Me personally, I'm not a fan of those changes. If that does go through, I wouldn't be a fan of it. I would not be a fan. Because, for example, let's just look at the South American qualifiers. Brazil, I don't think they deserve that. Hold on, let's look at the qualifiers really quickly. Look at this. Originally, it was top 4 go through, and 5th plays a playoff. Brazil, they wouldn't even look at that. Look how tightly competitive this all is. Paraguay going to the World Cup. Bolivia. Look at this. 64 teams. It means basically all of South America go. What's the point of qualifying for this? It's just saying 8 out of the 10 teams will go. Let's look at the international qualifying for Europe. Basically, all 3 teams go. Germany. Oh my gosh. Kosovo? Really? Kosovo? You give opportunities for these small teams, but man, I'm cool with it. What? Keep the same nations with Hawaii, Argentina, Colombia, Brazil, every competition? No, simple. You have the qualifiers. Whoever makes it, makes it. Make it difficult. It's easy to say because your nation always qualifies while my nation. No, but NJ, it's not one thing of just saying, hey, just because I'm in a small nation, do you want to have your nation compete in the World Cup? You know? What's the point of qualifiers if everyone is able to go? There's a reason why you don't see those small teams play in the World Cup because they're just not good enough. Do you think hosting the World Cup in the U.S. would be safe for the fans and the players? I think so. I think so. I think it's going to be safe. I think especially with all the news surrounding, I think there's going to be much more security measures. I don't think that there's going to be any problems with that. I think the logistics of having the World Cup in 3 nations is going to be difficult. But let's see. Frankie is in. Yup, right there. Marca Casadó off, I'm assuming. Or is it Olmo? Me personally, I don't think Olmo has had the greatest of games, but I understand if he would have brought on Frankie for Casadó. The thing is, it promotes for the small nation because kids' talent who doesn't have the PR gets to be recognized. See, but that doesn't make sense because even kids who play for the clubs teams are getting recognized. If you're good enough, you're going to be scouted. Each year, there's talent emerging from nations that you don't even think it was possible. Yeah, no Casadó. I think that's harsh, but understandable. Understandable. It happens. Like Argentina, the Europe. What about the Middle East, Asia? They have to go to get recognized. Okay, so NG, what would you do to the qualifiers then? Because if we're talking about the World Cup and literally anyone and everyone gets to go, what's the point of qualifying for it? Or you're just gonna have these meaningless friendlies, which players are now gonna go and get injured. You're adding more games to the calendar. I understand that the desire to have your nation play for that, but
in most games this season has made an early alteration. If it doesn't think,
but I just think that there's more cons than pros.
In the first half, major room for improvement for Football Club Barcelona. But as we analyse the highlights in the first half, it was chance after chance. Superb saves from Aaron Rashford in mean attacking mode.
But there wasn't really any 1v1s. They were shots from quite a distance. Rashford's was the closest, the volley. We usually see Barcelona open up teams.
Give it a chance before fully judging. I'll give it a chance. I'm gonna be open-minded. I'm not gonna, completely be against it while I haven't seen it. But I'll just say, I'm not a fan of it. Would I implement it? No.
Touch. Olmo had the first chance of the game. Here go Barcelona. Ferran has to check himself onside, takes a little back foot, but blindly to the excellent Ilias. This is Reina, the man who scored that goal.
Oh, that's frustrating.
39 yards. We get offered all kinds of data and statistics before the game. sift through them. The one that stood out for me was that they've had more long shots than any other team this season, Oviedo, and I wonder if that was relevant, and then he scores from that crazy distance. Hassan doesn't have any support, so he takes on and beats Martín, whizzes past him. García,
Great work.
Uncertain at his near post.
Great run. Hassan, he's certainly got the beating of Gerard Martín for pace, because he's running it with his left foot, which is closest to Gerard Martín. Martín couldn't get a touch on the ball. This is way too easy. There's no trickery, it's just sheer pace. And then cuts across him.
If they do decide to increase how many countries are qualified for the tournament, then they should decrease the qualifiers matches. I agree.
Rashford.
Oh, nice Rashford.
Slips one defender.
I should have passed it right after that.
Rashford gets it again, this time passes it without looking.
Just going to mix his game up a little bit, Marcus Rashford. He's had a couple of good runs. There he had the chance, I thought, to shoot. Trying to chop it back onto his left foot, had a pass outside of him.
Official attendance just short of 30,000. Normally,
But also, it's going to be interesting to see how they do the group stages. Just do top two advance, just like that. Top two advance, no third place.
The last two away days, the three-sided
Because I think for this World Cup, I think they're doing the best third place or something.
Raphinha shooting opportunity. They quickly close him down.
Ah, Raphinha.
Hassan. Nice 1-2, just not enough space for the very exciting Hassan.
Well, had the pass been better.
Shame they took off Casadó. I know, frustrating.
Made the pass, really.
Probably top three, but it's going to be 64.
He's in a decent game, Dendoncker, in that central midfield. Hard working
Oh
midfield
my God, bro! You're gonna see like Haaland. Oh my God! You're gonna see like four pieces. You're gonna see 4 goals, 5 goals being scored.
Came on a free from Aston Villa.
Oh my! And Mbappe, Haaland, they're gonna feast. They are going to feast. And if you aren't able to qualify for the World Cup with 64 teams, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's literally every man, woman, and child.
Pedri. Sam clears. Rondo. Chased down by Araújo. Had rolled down the arm of the Barça skipper.
Yeah, just overrun the ball. Had to use his arm to get it into the space in front of him. I'm sure it won't be too long before we see that man.
Lewa,
must be going through
Rooney, and Kunde warming up.
Well, you couldn't really tell from that.
Yeah, all 3 of them warming up.
You can see his brain ticking over.
I'd bring on Lewa for Olmo in the 60th.
Actually know exactly what he's thinking. Lewandowski has to be a consideration. He's got to find a way to get the ball to whoever is leading the line. It's De Jong. Araújo. Oviedo pressing high here. Maybe an opportunity for Barcelona to exploit that extra space. Reina. Carmo. Puts Barca on the back foot. A little more sensible this time than expecting the goalkeeper to come 10 yards out of his area.
Well, that was a strange bit of play, because Araújo, the ball was only halfway inside his own half. To start,
Martín loses it.
To come and get it.
And then his mind flicked back to what happened in the first half when that man Martín left it to his keeper.
Well, I think the start of this second half, Oviedo have played with more confidence. Barcelona haven't got going in this second half yet.
All right.
One thing that Hansi Flick will not allow is his players to go through the motions. They can't afford a gap to be created between themselves and Real Madrid. Offside, clearly, Arena. This is concerning. Rondon is holding his calf.
Very tight decision, but the right one. Right in front of the assistant.
That's true.
We criticise officials sometimes, but it's amazing how many they get right. And it is only a fraction of an inch or a half a yard.
Pedri. Martín. Rashford. Martín. He's playing for a mistake, and they haven't really happened in the Oviedo defence. Pedri.
Oh, nice, Frankie.
Raphinha to the Dutch international. Better play, more preciseness from Barça.
I think Lewandowski is much needed in this second half. With Oviedo sitting so deep, I think you're gonna need like a target man in the box.
Barça haven't been blacked out in any game so far in LaLiga or the Champions League so far. Martín.
This is where they wanted a free kick.
Rashford. De Jong. Pedri. Raphinha.
Nice, Raphinha. Olmo. No.
Anywhere will do.
Frustrating.
Came to Danny Olmo very quickly there. Couldn't adjust his feet. Their option would have been to use the inside of his left, but it came so quickly at him. It was better from Raphinha, driving down the outside of the defender. Raheem.
Pedri. Olmo. García on the blind side. Pedri gets to the cross.
Good try, boys. Good try.
Torres came alive but followed every step of the way by Pedri.
He just tries to whip it into a good area. He's probably between the legs of the defender. It does, and Eric Bailly, good foot from him. Had to get that right.
Pedri, Raphinha. Pedri to Rashford. You know he wants it on his right foot if he can. Araújo in an unusual position.
Oh, good pass. No, there we go. Goal. There we go. Goal. There we go. Goal. Come on. Come on, boys. There we go. Super scrappy goal, but we take that. There we go. Araújo. What a pass.
Well, I think your words were Araújo in a very unusual position, but he did really well.
Look at the kid. Look at the kid.
1v1.
Barcelona equalize. He's onside.
He's in a 1v1 situation.
There we go. Araújo takes on his man.
Gets a decent ball into the box. Excellent play from Ferran Torres. And when it comes
there
back
we go.
Eric García is the first to arrive.
Ferran doing so well to keep the ball alive.
Off the post. And then had to change his feet.
Yes.
Decent finish in the end.
My left winger. Yo, who said Araújo couldn't dribble? García is always locked in, super underrated. Let's go.
Looking for a quick second there. Raphinha kept out by Aron.
Oviedo are appealing for offside. I don't think it was. I think it was a well-timed run from Raphinha. The sort of runs that Luis García and Craig Burley
Barcelona have
in the
equalised.
first half. Well, they should have been making in the first half, which we didn't see.
Well, a superbly improvised goal from Barcelona when
Left wing Araújo. Ronaldo.
crossing the ball. Ferran Torres put in.
Oh.
You see the replay.
Arsenal are now close to keeping agreeing a new deal to keep William
I
Saliba
would imagine
at the
that
club on a
Aaron,
long-term
the
deal.
goalkeeper, will be very upset that he could have done a lot better to keep it out. We'll hear that from Chaka in the post-match analysis. Olmo, Pedri, space for Martín. Rashford. Martín. Pedri. De Jong.
Pedri's exhausted.
Raphinha. Good
Oh
run.
my
Little
God,
flick from
Ferran.
Torres, but cushions it for the keeper.
Yeah, the crowd are going mad on that far side. They thought when the ball was played out to the right, there was an offside against Eric Garcia. Doesn't get enough power in the header, too straight as well. Comfortable save for the goalkeeper. Usually at this point of the game, we'd say that Barcelona would have had 12, maybe 13 shots on target. Only 6. So Oviedo's 3.
The statisticians don't count it hitting the post, do they? Or the woodwork, or the framework. Of the
This
goal.
might be a stupid question, but with
That's not
Ferran and
just a shot on
Julian being
target, I'm
similar
told.
size, you think Julian can manage these physical low blocks?
Olmo.
I think he's doing a great job at Atletico Madrid, and Atletico.
De
No,
Jong.
and Julian is also playing LaLiga.
Cubarsí.
I think what Julian does really well is he makes the right runs. He gets into good space. Just the difference between him and Ferran, who you could say they have similar play styles yet slightly different. Julian's finishing is extremely better. He's a much better finisher.
Raphinha. De Jong.
Lamine would love his movements. Yeah, exactly.
Rashford flying the ball towards Dani Olmo. García. Barcelona playing in neat little triangles. Pedri. Perpetual one-touch, two-touch football this from Barcelona. Can they get an end product? This is very dangerous play. Rashford keeps it in. Martín rise the challenge. Little respite with an hour gone for Real Oviedo. Hassan.
See what he was looking to do, just hit it in behind.
They may have come off a defender, so Barcelona can't rely on the referee's assistant's flag going up. Hassan goes around Martín again. Martín does just enough to interrupt.
Great
him.
work from Martín. All right.
This sense that Gerard Martín is very aware that Hassan is going to beat him for pace. Is he going to make a rash challenge? Desperate not to be beaten. Just about got his toe to that one inside the box. Eric Bay is up.
The Oviedo elder, Santi Cazorla, assesses the options in the centre. It's like a dance competition.
Make sure you don't concede here.
Keeping
Nice.
away from the goalkeeper. Barca
Block the shot. Block the shot.
well. Another long shot. The goalkeeper.
There we
kicks
go.
it out this time
Good
for
stuff.
His nemesis Reina.
Oh, this is a great strike. It's a decent header. First touch is good. Left foot volley, starts to bend and swerve in the air. Didn't look completely sure about that, did he, García?
Raphinha, you're in tons of space right here.
For Raphinha. You know
Ah.
to score himself.
Do you play football yourself? I do. I try to play like once a week.
Well, they were out of shape. No right back in. Lucas was up the field. Can see a couple of substitutions here, but this is a really good strike. Left foot. Doesn't take a deflection, it just starts to bend in the air. Not overly convincing
Great save.
from the goalkeeper.
Glad flicked in panic and bring on level too soon. That goal would have been wouldn't have been scored.
Barcelona.
Oh, that's not a great cross.
Under pressure at the moment. Oviedo riding with the punches. Rashford. Ferran Torres. Pedri. Barça have never silenced these Oviedo supporters, but they quieten them a little bit with that equalising goal. Now, a home fan answering the call of Veljko Paunovic to become the collective 12th man. Martín.
Oh, what?
Pedri. Olmo. Ferran Torres. Now Eric Bailly is showing off.
Got to say, that is absolutely brilliant from Eric Bailly. Reading of the run of...
Yeah, far from Cubarsí. I bring a Rooney in place of Olmo. Olmo is completely lost. He's not having a good game. He's not having a good game. And this is and these are the opportunities that he wants to take, you know. No Fermin Lopez, he's out injured.
Like many, they eventually wrote that off. Double change. Standing ovation for every supporter inside the stadium.
Yeah, Santi Cazorla.
One of the great footballing stories.
Look at the little girl.
Under the knife for 8 operations and
Santi
those
Wait.
scars. At one point, maybe thought that he may even lose a leg. It was that serious.
Lose a leg?
Didn't
What?
even dream of playing in front of his home fans at the age of 40. He's put in a very good shift tonight.
Yeah, it was a good shift. Something ain't right with Olmo for sure. He's just having a bad game. He's probably just having like a bad run of form. All good. It happens.
From a Manchester City and Red Star midfield player, Serbian international. And Rondon, the other.
What's crazy? It's Raphinha who comes off.
Very good race tonight.
Yeah, there's no chance that those two players could play the 90 minutes.
76 years between the two of them. What it will bring is extra energy to the Oviedo team. They lose a bit of know-how. Not two in attack at the moment. Was there a nudge in the back?
Well, Rondon is still on the field. Yeah. The graphic came up with Rondon going off, but he's still on.
Wait, is
Well, maybe we can engage our man on the ground, Sid Lowe, to get the correct information.
That's interesting. He has to use one of his wrist skin to put in. Yeah.
Raphinha's off, Lewandowski is on. Barcelona did that quietly for Torres, so they play with a two-man front line now. Barcelona, a change in personnel, but a change of shape from Hansi Flick.
Oh, Rashford, you're through.
Close control. Cleared by Carmo. Offside.
More offside there? What?
Ferran Torres will play, I would say, through an inside left position, joining Lewandowski when he can. Saw that in the last game. He runs beyond Lewandowski. It's Hassan that has made way, not Rondon.
Maybe they fed some false information to the administrators down at the touchline level.
Ilic has come to the right-hand side where Hassan was playing. Sibo has gone into midfield where Cazorla was operating. So Rondon still leads the line. Ilias out on the left-hand side. It's going to be a very interesting last part of the game here.
Rondon is, along with Santi Cazorla, one of only two players in the team to have scored against Barcelona. He scored in his Malaga days. Salomon Rondon. That was back in 2012, 13 years ago. Ferran has scored 2 goals in his 3 appearances against Barcelona. Pedri to De Jong. Pedri. García. Raphinha. Raphinha's on the bench, of course. Rashford, who's playing the Raphinha role, Stuart. Thanks for pointing that out to him.
All right.
Cubarsí. Martín, who doesn't have his playmate at the moment. Rashford, a part of the Barcelona reshape.
Well played, Rondon. Just tracking back, trying to make it difficult. Just nicks the ball away from Cubarsí. Not much of a challenge, but won his team. Well, they just get his foot stamped on, but made the most of it. It's won his team a free kick.
Not much on that.
Higher up the pitch.
But I think it's been good. It's difficult when a team is just
particular graphic. It appears to be
sitting back so much.
Barcelona. It appears to be tactical. I don't think that Raphinha was playing with any kind of injury.
Certainly wasn't playing at his best.
Eric Bailey monster class. Master. Nuke LaLiga.
Here goes Rashford. Going to ground is David Carmo.
We've waxed lyrical about Eric Bailly. I think Carmo has done an exceptional job in there.
There you go, Lewa. There we go, Lewa. There we freaking go. That's exactly why you have that world-class striker there.
There's no stopping it.
There we go.
An unrelenting hunger to
there we go.
Robert Lewandowski.
Well, there's a lot of things right about
30-70? 37, right?
But also the technical ability with his head, but also the pass into the space to see his run.
So good, man.
We saw Ferran Torres have a header from a
so good.
A few moments ago.
My God.
Didn't get the power.
Look at that. Is it Frankie who puts in the cross?
De Jong with the pass. What a good ball that is.
What a ball, man.
But it's still
fucking De Jong, bro. What a pass.
He gets there before Eric Bailly. We haven't said that too often tonight. And he beats the goalkeeper at the near post.
What a goal.
No stopping that. What a good goal.
Absolute number 9 perfection from Robert Lewandowski. 3rd goal of the season. And new opponent for him to score against. He's played against 24 opponents in LaLiga.
That was a crazy assist.
Scored against 21 of them.
No, you have to tell me the ones he hasn't scored against.
Las Palmas, Almeria, Levante.
Koundé's coming on. Why?
And you can tell me who Koundé is going to replace. Or who would you replace?
Well, we have seen that Eric García come out to left back. So the choice is obviously between Eric García, I would say, and this player here, Gerard Martín. I will go with Gerard Martín to make way and Eric García to come across to left back. That's my first thought. The more obvious one would be just to take Eric García off and put Koundé out on that right-hand side.
They're not sitting back here, Oviedo. They're trying to get into the faces of Barcelona. Lucas looking for movement. Reina can't get past Cubarsí, but it comes back to
Foul.
Lucas. There's a necessary foul off the ball on Ferran Torres.
Is there an image of the Lewandowski header?
Gerard Martín is the player to make way. On comes Koundé. Difficult game for Gerard Martín. Was beaten for pace on 2 or 3 occasions. He won't be happy about that. And as you can see, García has run across the field to the left back.
Here's Lewandowski. Belly doesn't look quite as assured now, does he, that he's got to babysit Robert Lewandowski for the final 18 minutes or so of this game. What's the expression? A Swiss Army knife kind of player, García. Purposeful for so many situations. Centre back, right back, central midfield, and now left back. Stewart got his way, be playing him in goal.
Well, he's a different player to what we saw for much of the last couple of seasons. Even at Girona, I don't think he played.
Joan Garcia ain't playing games no more, straight out. I hate this Garcia left back thing. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But I mean, it's crazy that Hansi Flick has used Garcia in literally every position in the back line. Center back, right back, left center back, center defensive midfielder, everywhere.
Comes to Ferran Torres, just nudged off the ball. Reina, I think, was caught by the balancing arm of Ferran Torres.
Well, it's who makes connection with who. It could be the backlift of Ferran Torres that catches the Oviedo player.
What happened here?
The other way round.
You gotta find your role. If that's your role, maximize it.
This is the foul given on the halfway line. Yeah, he stops his challenge, doesn't he? Reina, the player that just stood there.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I guess Joffrey ain't up to the level yet. Quick fact: Oviedo is in the Basque country. So this was a long trip up north. Interesting. He also scored a goal as a striker, utility player. That is a utility player.
Reina, the goal scorer, giving a big hug and high fives from all of his teammates. Elias, who had an excellent first half, another one that has kind of run out of gas a little bit like Hassan. Got a lot of running out of the 2 wingers. Oviedo, he can be very proud of his team, whatever happens, Panovic. They've given their all tonight. The difference at the moment is a classic piece of centre-forwards play from Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah, just the gap between the 2 centre-halves was, for once, a little bit too big. Lewandowski got between them.
There's Forres, superb tackle from Cubarsí.
Great work to make that a throw-in. No handball, no handball.
Ferran, García, placing faith in Joan García, the goalkeeper behind him. Well-timed run this from Brecalo, the substitute.
Great job, Araújo.
Immense defending from Araújo. In the last minute, both he and Cubarsí have done well, but the pressure continues. Good block.
Block the shot, block the shot.
Rondon. Barcelona under pressure here. wouldn't say the defence is creaking, but the defence is holding.
That's a foul. That's a massive foul.
And a foul on De Jong and a chance
It's good that you're playing Eric in multiple roles now against mid to lower teams, so you can be ready by November and March and so on.
Well, Rondon had a chance. Here's the foul.
That's a yellow card, man. He's nowhere near the ball.
That's onside. Could he have hit the ball in now? Yes. It's a good ball played in, but excellent defending. Araújo. And then there's no foul here. Pedri, the referee saying he's backing in and then falls over or throws himself to the ground. That's what the referee saw.
Great run from Robert Lewandowski. Goalkeeper advanced dangerously off his line there.
Oh, Lewandowski wanted to take a shot from that? From there? From that spot?
Well, had his touch been better here, he might have been able to lob the goalkeeper. He had to go that little bit wider, but goes for pass, still gets it on target.
Wow. Team looks so fluid. Can't wait for Lamine to return.
The goalkeeper's feet actually behind the line as he's making the save.
He should be back next week. He's already training with the group. Well, he was training with the ball. Training with the group soon.
Not offside for now. Barça having to scramble back. Excellent control. This from Brekalo.
Oh,
taken off the toe as he was preparing to score there. Rondon. A rescue act from Jules Koundé.
Well, they've been praising Eric García.
I'd bring on Martín for Rashford right here.
Running outside the player that made
or at least a midfielder.
He's almost running towards the touchline.
Make it like a 4-4-2.
Excellent defending from Koundé.
Lucas. De Jong steps forward and wins the ball. Gives it to Pedri. Pedri switches play to Koundé. Little flick. Olmo.
Olmo has every single time he's wanted to turn or have it. Oh, that's a foul. Referee, he just trucks him. He literally just runs him over.
Hard about that. Oviedo looked perplexed.
Fully rested Lewa is the most dangerous version. Who do you want? Prime Lewandowski. Prime Lewandowski is what, the second best striker of his generation?
The referee felt that Rondon had taken him out with was described in the trade as a forwards challenge.
Both are deadly, but you know, Prime Lewa is unbelievable. The amount of goals that he scored.
It slipped over. Could have done himself some damage there. His knee almost overextended underneath him.
10 minutes remaining. A third goal for Barcelona would kill the will of Oviedo. Ferran Torres doesn't have the power to go through the wall the first time, with the accuracy to beat the goalkeeper with a second stab.
This game isn't over yet. They are posing the odd threat, Oviedo. They are playing with enthusiasm. They've got it in behind Barcelona a couple of times in the last 5 minutes or so.
All right. Prem Lewa is in a league of his own. Zlatan's amazing and all, but Lewa ain't as selfish. Ferran's a fucking enigma. Classical second. Yeah, no. Ferran is an enigma for sure. We don't know what we're going to get with him. But the whole debate with Lewandowski and Lewa, you know, one player, Lewandowski deserved to win the Ballon d'Or in 2020. If it wasn't for that COVID pandemic, then he would have won it.
Araújo to Cubarsí.
And it seems that, you know, Lewandowski is going to have to renew his contract because what striker would Barcelona be able to go off for this summer?
Barcelona headed to Levante, who were also elevated.
Gyökeres has gone to Arsenal. Isak has gone to Liverpool. Sesko has gone to Man United.
Win the game.
Haaland is extremely expensive at City. Julian, 90 million minimum. It seems going to be something similar to that what happened when Lewandowski was first brought in. You bring on Harry Kane. That was second best striker of all time behind the phenomenal. You think so, Selvin? First, I think Lewandowski's career has been, up there. But in regards to peak, I still think that Suarez is above him. I just think as a footballer, Lewandowski was just unbelievable. Look at those goals that he scored, guys. His goal catalog was insane. Insane. That 2015-2016 season, unbelievable, the amount of goals that he was scoring. It seemed like every other day or every day he had like a brace. Even if it was the pandemic, they could have just mailed the Ballon d'Or. I know. I just give the Ballon d'Or to him retroactively.
An exhilarating finish this is at the Estadio Carlos Tartiere.
Suarez finished. Manly, how do you curve a back heel? Remember that. How do you curve a back heel? That goal against it was the 1920 season. It was like the Frankie pass. How you as a man, how do you curve a back heel? Just think about that. Sometimes Suarez would score and you would ask how do you, yeah, exactly. Those acrobatic finishes, you're thinking, what? Man won 3 Ballon d'Ors before he retired at 28. Yeah, Van Basten is another insane striker.
Olmo. Rashford to Kunde. Screaming for the ball is De Jong. De Jong flicks it into Lewandowski territory, but a brave take.
Oh, no wonder Lewandowski's clapping. Frankie De Jong, what a pass and what vision this is. Flicks it round the corner. Gets in behind Eric Bailly. Might just get it. Oh, he didn't quite get a touch on it. But that's why I heard Craig Burley talking about half-time that Frankie De Jong had to come on at the start of the second half.
Do you remember those goals for Liverpool?
Was in agreement.
That hat-trick that he had.
Thomas just nodded his head.
Oh, that performance against Madrid. It was hard to root for Suarez. Yeah, I mean, like, Suarez's character can be questioned. You know, he had some very questionable moments. But him as a player was just absurd.
The goal and the Araújo assist.
I don't think Dendoncker would like to look at that too many times. The centre-half going down the outside of him. Good play from Ferran Torres. Strength and ability to get on the turn. Get some sort of shot away. Eric García, right place, right time. And good adjustment.
Pedri out to Rashford. Kunde tries to catch the eye of the defenders. Rashford to Ferran Torres. Pedri drops the shoulder. They're wise to that. Finds Dani Olmo. Olmo. Control from Lewandowski. De Jong. Oviedo having to dig deep here to keep Barça at bay. Olmo, Lewandowski. García to Pedri. Kunde. Rashford, poor cross from Marcus Rashford.
All right. Didn't Leo score like 4 or 5 goals in the span of 9 minutes? Yeah, he scored 5 and 9.
Can be painful.
Yeah, against Wolfsburg. Funny enough, I actually rewatched those goals.
players telling the
Lewandowski is insane. He's insane.
Things should continue around him.
He's just that good.
And he does. Pedri.
And it's crazy to think, oh, lower, you're in the space here.
Olmo to Lewandowski. Lewandowski across the face of goal. Here's García creeping in again. Crashing in again.
Marcelo may have had a swipe at the ball and brought him down. They're going to bring on Christensen here. Interesting call. Eric Bailly with a bit of cramp by the looks of it.
All right.
There it is.
Yeah, bit of amateur physiotherapy from Eric García and Carmo. Carmo takes the right leg. García takes, sorry, mirror image. Carmo takes the left leg. García takes the right leg. And together they've done a good job. But look at that from Lewandowski. 5 defenders around him, so he knows exactly what to do, doesn't he?
Well, the problem was that, just hang on for this corner, 2 centre-halves went to sleep, which allowed him the space to make the right run.
Every has to be alert for Oviedo.
Oh, Araújo.
Araújo puts it beyond brave Oviedo. Barca win it. Oh my goodness, they've done it the hard way.
What a cross. What a header as well.
Play from Rashford. Decent ball into the box. And Araújo, the captain. I'm not sure he has to beat too many players to win the ball in the air. It's almost a free header. Have a look again. He just stands there against Sebo. Sebo doesn't jump. He's not
what a header.
hang on to Araújo. Makes no effort to head it. And it's a good goal. But poor defending from Sebo. He's got to make an effort to head it.
What a goal. Rashford assist again? I think so. Araujo's a beast of an athlete. Yeah, as an athlete, he's amazing. And he's been much better at the start of the season. I think the continuity and the confidence that Hansi Flick has given him has really helped him. Really helped him.
Undershirt torn. But that captain's armband.
Oh, Mark Bernardo let me coming on.
Harsh lesson for Oviedo, the home supporters heading home, almost 20 past 11 at night locally. But based on this performance...
Come on. Araujo's Under Armour is ripped. What a warrior. Yeah, that's game.
Games, 18th out of 20. Plus points score their second goal of the season. Until the 70th minute, we're giving Barcelona a real tough game. This is
Eric, no.
Maybe they haven't given up the chase. There are 3 players in the centre waiting for Brecala. Brecala to Lucas.
Oh,
Lucas
what a stop, Joan.
Some way to making up for his first half error.
What a stop.
Well, it's a good run from Lucas. I think he should score here. Yes, the goalkeeper makes a good save.
Araujo bombo club.
Here's the run, timing's good. Olmo doesn't see it.
That was an incredible save by Joan right there.
He's in a tight angle. He does try and lift. It's a good save with his right hand.
All part of the learning curve for a young goalkeeper, Joan García. And the extra insurance will be taken out. Christensen and Bernal come on to stiffen up the midfield. Rashford has gone 90 minutes, not a full game, but he's got the full 90.
Great to see Mark Bernal on.
And Pedri is given a little bit of a break. He's the one player who really would...
Seeing Gavi relapse, how would you manage Mark Bernal? Barcelona, they were conservative with him. They waited over a year. Mark Bernal, he was ready to play during preseason, but they gave him weeks of preparation time. Hansi Flick is being smart with him.
Pedri.
Well, last week, the great Paul Scholes, after seeing the Pedri performance against Newcastle United, said he is arguably the best midfield player in the world right now.
That Rashford GA is getting very... With it, I know.
5 minutes.
Christensen playing in the middle of the pitch?
Minimum
What?
5. Probably more than that, given the fact that we've had substitutions in the allocated 5 minutes. Tunde. And out by Rahim.
Christensen has gone into midfield where Pedri was playing, just to secure that area. Did play it. And Xavi, I think for a while, was it Koeman he played it under? Xavi, who put him into that holding midfield role for a while.
Well, this will apply a little bit of pressure on Atletico and the Real Madrid, who face off on Saturday. Coverage begins 9:30 Eastern time. One of the season-shaping matches. And Barcelona have a toughie as well.
All right.
They're at home.
Martin, that looks nice in that low key. Who would you vote for your man of the match? Oh, I think that's a hard one.
Coverage begins 12:30. 12 o'clock Eastern time. He looks like he needs a good sleep between now and then. Hansi Flick. But when he took the job, Stuart, he looked so relaxed.
It's hard. You could say Araújo because he got the goal and the assist. He got the winner. And he got the assist for the opening goal. You could say Lewa because he was the person who got the second, which basically changed the game.
I don't think that put him in a particularly good mood. But the result here will keep him happy.
I don't know.
With Real Madrid.
I don't know.
It's not been the greatest performance from them. But you have to give credit to Oviedo. They've worked hard. They've been disciplined. They've shown a good defensive understanding at times, and they've posed one or two threats. If they continue to show the same sort of effort and determination and character for the rest of the season, they should be okay, Oviedo.
Well, encouraging words, but bear in mind their first 3 home games on their elevation, Stuart, have been round.
Araújo is the man of the match. Created 2 goals. Yeah,
as long as
that was the first thing that I said that came up.
Games coming up, Levante and Espanyol, Girona, Osasuna, teams they would expect to take points against. And they can write this one off as an experience, all part of the fairy tale of the Estadio Carlos Tartiere.
It's always quite easy to get players motivated to play one of the big teams. Show great energy, enthusiasm. Got to do it every week if they are to survive.
I think when they've been in the lower divisions for a quarter of a century, every team they face is a big team. They travel to Valencia this weekend. Barcelona looking to make it a 4th goal. Lewandowski. The old box.
Offside.
Well, a brave performance from
And that's
Oviedo.
game.
They took the lead.
And that's game. I wonder who actually gets the man of the match award. I want to see.
García. But Hansi Flick readjusted his team, made changes. Eric Garcia toe poked home. Robert Lewandowski with his first touch, a goal-scoring touch. What else do you expect?
Eric Garcia? Fair enough.
And Araújo with the 3rd goal.
Fair enough. Super solid.
Performance from Eric
Super solid performance from him.
And a goal-scoring heroic performance.
He played well, he played at right back, had to go to centre. They went to left back in the end, got that equaliser. So, well deserved. I'm sure there was other players that had more of an influence on the game, but he did his job.
Based on Lewandowski's career at Barca, I see a mid-30s Harry Kane having the same effect. I would spend the 65 mil if Julian doesn't ask. Yeah. That's an option right there. But guys, I'll be back in a couple minutes with the match reaction. We get the 3 points. We make the comeback, which is fantastic. We don't let Real Madrid escape us. And another 3 points. But guys, I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'll see you guys off for the match reaction.